Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Let's talk about Xbox. Let's talk about Asha Sharma. Let's talk about the whole situation. Let's get really frank here. As an Xbox fan, guys, I have well over 1,000 games of Xbox. Right, that's how much I've been a fan of Xbox. And over the years, of course, the company has changed, has taken on the identity of Microsoft. Unfortunately, for us gamers. And what's happening here with the new nomination of Asha Sharma, you can see the direction the company's going. Why is, Phil Spencer gone? Because he's not making money. It's just that simple, guys. Companies don't change their heads when they're making a lot of money. Unfortunately, this is a no-win situation for him because the gamer that he's advocating for is exactly the gamer that the boisterous, I'm not going to say every Microsoft employee, but the boisterous Microsoft employee out there that's on Twitter and on other platforms engaging is a type of person that they hate. That's right. How are you going to work on a video game that is about war or battle or combat if you hate guns? Right? How do you do that? How do you think that person's going to make a great game? How is a company guided by people that don't resemble their customer base at all and goes out of their way to take advice from people that do not even understand their customer base? How do you think they're going to make a good product? Right? The problem with Xbox is that it's been taken over by people that not only do not identify with their customer, but actively dislike them. Specifically men. Specifically traditional men. There's things that you can't mend, right? Making money is making money, guys. And believe it or not, this video right here is not about politics. It's really about making money. Yeah, that's what it's about. Making money by producing good games. And the only way you can produce good game is by understanding your audience. And these people working at Microsoft, working at Xbox do not understand their audience. You have an audience that's 76% male. Most of the people that are buying games are male. And the games that they make are not geared towards men mostly. Right? It doesn't matter what a company does. Can you imagine a razor blade company taking 60-70% of their advice from women who don't have a beard? Some women do have a beard, some people say. Well, some do, but it's not the majority. You want to sell to the majority, then you can expand your base of whatever it is. You could be selling women's products. You're not going to get men, right, to traditional men to go in there and tell you about how comfortable bras are. How would they know? They have no idea. They have no idea of who they're making games for. And that would be one thing. It's already being, obnoxiously glib. And the only reason Xbox has been able to survive is because they're part of Microsoft. If they didn't have such big backing, guys, this company would have been done years ago. Years ago that would have been done. But are you telling me all this hatred that's put out towards the points of view of the common Xbox user has not affected their business model, their marketing, anything else? Right? If you are, I don't know, the average American man, right, who goes to church on Sunday, who believes family first, who's in traditional values, do you think Xbox is the first console they're choosing? Or do you think it's Nintendo? Do you think it's PlayStation? Like the sales number reflects. It doesn't take, guys, I'm a business analyst, and I don't need it. Nobody needs it. Nobody needs it to figure out what the hell's wrong with Microsoft. Right? You have a company mostly run by women and by men that are not manly and go over and above to act less masculine, trying to market to a game industry, to an industry that's driven mostly by masculine men. Now, I'm not saying they shouldn't make games for anybody else. No. Right? I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that the majority of your audience has a certain perspective, and you don't even attempt to modify the games for them. As a matter of fact, you try to preach to them because it's your employees that feel that they have the right, because of their feelings, because of their political points of view, that they have a right to preach to your customer. Now, you tell me what business has ever been successful, ever been number one, by telling their customers that they're absolutely wrong about life, about politics, and what they believe is absolute trash. That a belief in a creator is a delusion, right? That believing in a capitalistic system is crazy, right? That the United States is the worst country in the world. All these delusions these people believe and they post about. So how the hell are you going to be successful if you're actively attacking your customers? Now let's talk about the naming of Asha Sharma. Does she have the general qualifications for the job? You know, a lot of people saying it's nepotism, this and that and the other. No. Yes, she does. She does have the qualifications for the job. You know, the board elects whoever's going to head Xbox. So it's, you know, you could say it, but it's not the way it works, right? Maybe somebody convinced somebody, they, you know, garner the votes, whatever it is. But this is about AI. This is about the future. This is about what Microsoft wants. Microsoft wants that culture. Microsoft wants to go with AI. And Microsoft wants to build off of AI. Phil Spencer represents the past. Phil Spencer represents these roots right here, which Microsoft has zero interest in. Zero. What they want is AI. What they want is microtransaction. What they want is money. But they only want to make it in the methods of Microsoft, right? In the culture of Microsoft that is completely opposed to the culture of their customers. Is this going to fix anything? Who knows? Maybe they just want to turn the base. Maybe they really don't want to market to you and me, the traditional gamers, the dads out there. They don't care about you, right? They care about the new generation. They care about a generation that's going to be playing on tablets. They care about the Roblox generation, you know, the Minecraft generation, the Fortnite generation, and the hell with everything else because it doesn't make as much money. That could be the push. Sure, absolutely. They have every right to do that. But to be delusional here and just try to ignore it. I mean, I hear people talking, and it's like, what are you talking about? Have you not seen what these people post about? Have you not seen the direction the company's going? They want to sell everything everywhere as software. Deal with it. It's about the software. It's about artificial intelligence. And it's about promoting a culture within their company that they see fit, which may not be the one you or I care about. That's just reality. Xbox hasn't been the same, is not going to be the same tomorrow. She's not going to turn around. She's going to do whatever the board elected her to do, because if you don't keep the board happy, you're not getting any money, right? You're going to get retired. Do you think Phil Spencer, volunteered to retire? No, he got voluntold. That's right. That's what happened. Microsoft does not care about the old Xbox fans. Unfortunately, guys, wake up, smell the coffee, stop being delusional. All right, members, thank you so much for being here. You, of course, see this first. If you want to be a channel member, go up here. Want to pick a topic, you go straight to coffee. Remember, there's Steam Keys every week. Stay tuned. Take care.